Wendy.
Welcome to the new Wendy After Show. We got music and everything. Anyway, we want to give you a lot of love. It's all available online. And here with the inside scoop on Demi Lovato in the new documentary that we're all going to want to watch is our friend Sharon Carpenter. Sharon?
Hi. Wendy, good to see you.
This is so good.
It is so good. So it's a 4-part docuseries. It's called Demi Lovato Dancing with the Devil. It's coming out on YouTube, yeah, the name, on March 23rd. There is a trailer that is getting a ton of buzz right now because this is a really rare and candid look at Demi's life behind the scenes in a way we've never seen it before. So we know that she's struggled with an eating disorder, with mental illness, with addiction over the years, and she is covering all of that in this doc, plus her 2018 near-fatal overdose as well. We're hearing new details, including the fact that she had 3 strokes and a heart attack in the hospital after the overdose, and she is living with brain damage still to this day. So she's unable to drive because she has blind spots in her vision. She wasn't able to read for around 2 months. We do have a clip of the trailer. Let's take a look.
Yes, please.
I've snapped.
What's the actual emergency?
GMC reports specifically.
Is she alive?
People are gasping.
Her oxygen levels are dangerously low. I said, what do you mean she's gonna make it?
You're watching all of her blood come out of her body into a machine.
She was like, I can't see anything.
I had 3 strokes. I had a heart attack. My doctors said that I had 5 to 10 more minutes.
To live?
Wow, 5 to 10 more minutes. If they'd gotten to her 5 to 10 minutes later, she may not be alive to this day. That's what the doctors said. So some serious and some deep stuff there. Now, she's also going to be delving into her love life, by the way, and her most
quite
recent,
messy.
Yeah, her most recent relationship. Remember Max, Eric?
I don't like him.
About this, Wendy. Yeah, I know. So they got engaged in July, if you guys remember, and then 2 months later, she ended not just the engagement, but the relationship as well. They were only together for 6 months. Demi says it was because they quarantined together that things really accelerated the pace. And
he just seems like he was using her for fame.
Exactly.
Now, you look at his Instagram, he posts, he's a good-looking man, but these girls have to watch it out here.
There
Look
you
at him at the gym.
What's that, an 8-pack?
How dare him?
3-pack,
Who cares?
4-pack, yeah. He's doing all right for himself right now. He's getting his followers up on social media. But what's interesting, Demi, 5 months after breaking off the engagement, she's saying she's ready to date again. She's ready to get back out there. So good for her.
Yeah. Now, there are other people speaking in this documentary, correct?
There are some celebrities. So Elton John is one of them. Christina Aguilera, they're really good friends of Demi Lovato. Family members, there they are right there. Family members as well. Her mum, her stepdad, her sister are going to be talking. And we're going to see footage from when Demi was 7 years old and was first on our TVs, Barney and Friends. So she's been living her life in the public eye since she was 7 years old. She's 28 years old right now. So that's a lot of pressure right there.
Yeah. Well, she's doing it in her own voice, and supposedly nothing's off limits. So.
Exactly, nothing is off limits, and it seems like Demi is in a great place right now as well. She's saying that this doc is really her way of setting the record straight when it comes to the overdose and when it comes to her recovery. Here's what she says specifically about that. I dealt with a lot of the repercussions, and I feel like they're still there to remind me of what could happen if I ever get into a dark place again. I'm grateful for those reminders, but I'm so grateful that I was someone that didn't have to do a lot of rehabbing. The rehabbing came on the emotional side. And now she's really focused on self, on her sobriety. She just chopped off her hair as well as looking
It's pink.
good.
She's really pretty.
It's pink, yeah. She's looking good with a pixie cut right there. Demi says that she used to hide behind her long hair because she wasn't comfortable with her body, and now she just feels free and she's owning it, and she is loving life right now.
How old is she? 28?
So she's 28, yeah, and she's also focusing on her new projects, including a new TV show on NBC, a comedy.
Oh, see, a comedy.
Starring in and executive producing.
Wow.
So there you go.
Well, thank you, Sharon Carpenter.
Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you for being here. Follow The Wendy Show on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's very entertaining. Tomorrow, I've got you covered with more hot topics and different costumes and stuff. Okay? Bye.
Wendy.
Oh, welcome to the new Wendy after show. Yeah, well, we do what we can. So here with the inside scoop is our friend Jordy Lippy McGraw. And Jordy is gonna tell us about Matthew Knowles and Beyonce and some girls. So just, go ahead.
Just go for it. So Matthew Knowles obviously is Beyonce's father, and he was recently gave an interview to radio personality host Leah A. Henry, who hosts Leah's Lemonade. And on the show, she brought up the fact that a lot of people have been comparing Chloe Bailey, who's part of the R&B group Chloe and Halle, to a younger Beyonce. Well, when she brought that up,
does she sing like that?
I mean, she's really good. But Matthew Knowles was not having it. He said that it was insulting to compare her, and said that only idiots would think that they have the same level of talent. You've got to watch the clip because it is insane.
Okay, let's go.
You got to be kidding me, right? You asking me that question?
Yes, I want to know.
Are you actually serious that you're comparing that young lady to Beyonce? Or are there people saying her talent is equal to Beyonce? They are idiot. Period.
Whoa, crazy, right?
I love it.
It's very juicy. He went on to say that, okay, like maybe Chloe could play Beyonce in a biopic about her, but said that the only person that's kind of comparable to Beyonce would be like a Barbra Streisand. Do you think he took it too far?
Well, that's a little far. I mean, I'm just saying. A talented girl, but, you know.
But, I mean, the crazy part about this is, okay, maybe Matthew's not a fan, but Beyonce is a huge fan of these girls. She handpicked them off of YouTube to join her on tour. She signed them to her label like 5 years ago. She even presented them with an award for the Best Rising Star at the Billboard Women in Music event in December.
Nice.
And she went on to say how much she loved their authenticity, how talented they were, how much she loves being their mentors, everything. So she's a huge fan.
Matthew is just being a protective father. Matthew's the one who told them, put on the heels and run to the stage, you know, run in your heels and stuff like that. Matthew knows inside the sweat that it took for Beyonce to be the great person that she is today. So he's just...
There's no threat to Beyonce. She's the queen.
No, he's not. They're not threats. But Matthew is also... Matthew likes to be on and be seen and stuff. So, you know...
That's true. He does like...
And he wanted this pickup, which is why we're talking about it.
Yeah.
He was trying to be dramatic.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, Chloe hasn't come out and said anything about it, but her younger sister, Halle, has. She tweeted a whole bunch of things. She said, you know, how amazing is it that Chloe Bailey is already an icon? Just popped in to say that I ride for my sister till the end, okay?
Icon.
Yeah, well,
all right,
other
slow
fans
down,
came
sister.
out and said that Halle herself is an icon, and that they've compared her to like a Solange, where she's going to come out and defend her sister like elevator style, you know?
Solange isn't even an icon, and that is her sister.
Yeah, but she was saying
Beyonce's an icon.
Beyonce is an icon.
And a legend.
Yes. And yes, she is. Hands down. Halle was just coming out and defending her sister's potential icon status, and fans were saying that she was like a Solange coming out and defending her.
Now, let me ask you, is Matthew still involved with the music industry at all?
So he actually recently announced that he is leaving the music industry entirely, which I'm not even really sure what he was doing in the music industry, but he said he wants to dedicate
Raising
himself.
Beyonce?
Yeah, but she took over a long time ago.
Oh, Jordy.
I love Beyonce.
I love Matthew. He's a friend to our show. Whenever he's got a problem, he will ring up Hot Topics and say, put me through to the bureau. He's one of our people. I loved this story. Thank you so much. Jordy Lippy, everybody. Follow the Wendy show on Facebook, and you could also subscribe on your YouTube channel or something like that. Tomorrow on the after show, I've got you covered with more Hot Topics. Thank you. I love you for watching.
How you doing, Wendy?
Welcome to the new after show. So it's time for some more Hot Topics. Now here's the deal with this Tyrese, okay? First of all, he's praying and asking for the upper's forgiveness for all he's done to women in his life, particularly his estranged wife, Samantha. Now here goes this Samantha, okay? So she and Tyrese were dating for several years before they got married. They have a 2-year-old, and the marriage lasted for something like 4 years, okay? So she's got followers, and she told her followers that she does not recommend dating a celebrity. You know, take a look. By the way, ignore her sitting on the floor next to a bed. Go.
These men are accustomed to getting their way. And because they're the higher, there's a lot more that want them, they're able to pick and choose, and they're able to do whatever. It's very rare to find one that's like, I'm going to work for this relationship. This is what I want. And, I'm gung-ho about being with one person, and we going to make this thing ride out. Like, because they are who they are, and you're just one of maybe millions of women that want them, they're going to be like, I don't have to work for you. I don't have to try to make this work. You've got to make this work.
I think that's great advice. I mean, when she met him, she was a social worker. She's got a master's degree. She gave up her career to be, Mrs. Gibson. And what she ended up getting was a divorce. He left her with no money. He locked her out of the mansion, according to her. She wants $20,000 a month to take care of, I guess, she and, their daughter. Tyrese says that he hates being single. But I do agree with her. Celebrity men are very selfish. I didn't say celebrity women, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because I'm not selfish. No, that's not a thing. Celebrity women sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes tend not to be as selfish like that, because even with a demanding career, we're still women. And so we still, no matter what we do, still want to balance, one day I want to get married and I want to take care of the children and I still want to go to work, but I still want to be, the little woman. It's very convoluted with women, but let's stick to the men. Okay. First of all, you knew this about him within at least seven days of dating him. Forget weeks or months or years or whatever. Maybe you shouldn't have married him. Maybe you should have seen what you were getting into. And I know Tyrese makes a lot of promises, but this is not the first time that Tyrese would have been pegged a less than truthful man. Tyrese is always popping mess about something and then goes back on his word. And I wish you well with whatever you're going to do. Maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you want to date another celebrity man who might not be like that, like Emil, I forgot how you say it, him. Okay, now I don't know him well enough through TV to know whether he's selfish. I mean, he looks good enough to be selfish. You know what? He might be selfish too. He's 30 years old. He does the sports. He's doing a lot. But how about this? Use your smarts, mingle in smart people circles, not circles where, a lot of the girls who are married to celebrities can't mingle the way you can. So elevate who you want to date. But for right now, I would focus on getting that $20,000 a month, okay? Getting off social media talking about this, because, okay, fine, Mrs. Tyrese, and have a lovely day. Listen, this is the all-new after show. I'm going in my office tomorrow, though. I know you're used to me after show. I know. I eat with my fingers, and I open stuff, and I'm sitting with my robe, and we're doing that, too. But we want to mix it up a bit here on Wendy, okay? So follow The Wendy Show on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for exclusive Wendy stuff. And I love you for watching today. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Welcome to the new Wendy After Show. Hi. So I've got one more hot topic for you, and I love this. Jessica Simpson, we've talked about it. She's got this book out, and she put out another one, but in paperback, and the new one has even more information, juicy tidbits that she didn't put in the first one. She opens up open book is what the memoir is called, and she says that she was sad that her ex-husband, Nick Lachey, moved on so fast to Vanessa Manillo, who he's still married to. And mind you, Jessica is still married as well. she also said that right before, they've been divorced, by the way, since 2006, and they started dating, or he started dating Vanessa in 2006. And I know we talked on the show about, moving on and why not do it quick. But remember what I said. I said, and I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about me, Bethany Frankel, and other people. When you're of a particular age and station in life, you know what you want, and you don't have to wait 6 months to date or, 3 months to fall in love or anything like that. Just go. These two were so young. I do think he moved on fast, but you know what? It must have been one of those soulmate type of things because they're still together and they've got children and they're happy. If I were Vanessa, I would be very upset if Nick got on social media, which he hasn't yet, and clapped back at Jessica. And if I were Vanessa, I would also feel like the champion thoroughbred of wives because she started dating him, allegedly, after the divorce was finalized. And I do believe that part. And it worked. If I were her husband, this Jessica's husband, I would be very upset that she's still dwelling on this because we've got enough money that you don't need the money. And why are you talking like this? And if you want to make a memoir, that's one thing. Then make a diary. And then in the winter, then burn it. Some people like that. Nick says he hasn't read the book. I beg to differ, in my mind. And Vanessa, I'm sure, has read the book. Her husband, what does he do? Does he know how to read? What's his last name? What does he do? He was a football player or something like that. No, I'm playing. But if I were him, though, I'd be mad that she even wrote the book. And by the way, she lets her kids or her daughter read the book. That's a lot. That's a lot. Like, Mom, this is not even Dad. Can we move on with our lives? Anyway, the paperback edition to Open Book is available now. That's it for one more hot topic. Follow The Wendy Show on Facebook. Subscribe our YouTube channel for more Wendy exclusives. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time. Welcome back to a new after show. And here with the inside scoop on the Royals, our friend Devin Simone. Devin, they can't explain this away.
They cannot explain this away. The fallout continues. So Prince William and Kate, they actually had their first outing since that bombshell interview between Harry and Meghan with Oprah. Mm-hmm. And so they are defending the royal family. William and Kate, they were asked about the interview and how they feel, and William said, "We are very much not a racist family." And then when asked if he had spoken to his brother Harry, William said, "I haven't yet, but I will do," which is sort of British speak for "I'm on it," that he will be speaking to him.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly that he's on it. Earlier in the week, the palace actually released a statement from the Queen saying that the family is saddened to learn how challenging it was for Meghan and Harry, how those years have been for them, and that they will deal with the matter privately. Harry's father, Prince Charles, however, wanted to take a more bold approach. So Prince Charles allegedly is coming out swinging, and The Sun is reporting that he was so angered by the racist claims made about the royals, particularly the one talking about Archie's skin color, and that he wasn't happy that Harry revealed and sort of told on his dad that Charles had stopped taking Harry's phone calls. So allegedly, Prince Charles wanted to come out with a point-by-point rebuttal of each statement made in that interview, but so far he has not been allowed to.
Is it true that they hired a bunch of lawyers that are in the mansion right now or whatever, the palace?
Investigators. So they did, because just before this interview came out, but we all knew it was coming, there coincidentally happened to be these major allegations about Meghan bullying royal staffers and being a bully to her. So at the time, the palace released a statement about that, and they said they were going to do an internal investigation. Well, now that the Harry and Meghan and Oprah interview has come out, they've hired outside investigators because conflicts of interest, right, to actually...
And the Black Choir?
So while we don't know who made the statement about Archie's skin color, and Harry and Meghan didn't say that, although they did make it clear it was not the Queen and it was not Prince Philip, the Karen Gibson, who was the conductor of the gospel choir that performed at Meghan and Harry's wedding, she's come out and said, I don't think it was Prince Charles. So she's telling TMZ that she doesn't believe it was Charles and that she doesn't believe Charles is racist because he was the one that reached out personally and invited them to perform at the wedding. She also says he's been really supportive of them since their performance at the wedding and their success. So she doesn't believe that it's Charles.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I think it's another future king who did it. And I think that's why they haven't spoken. I think it's another future king who did it.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's both of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's what seems, because he even talked lovingly about his dad. He didn't talk lovingly about his brother. He said there was space in that relationship, but that's just.
So how is their popularity, the royal family, at this point?
Yeah, so their popularity, well, Meghan and Harry, we don't quite know the popularity of the royal family, although in the U.S. it seems like it's kind of gone down. But Meghan and Harry's popularity over in the U.K. has definitely gone down.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, well, so, while Meghan and Harry felt it was cathartic to do that interview and the U.S. received it well, results of a new U.K. government poll revealed that the couple's popularity took a nosedive in Britain after the tell-all interview. So Harry's popularity specifically fell about 15% from a week before the interview aired.
Wow.
Harry is sitting at 48% of the 1,600 participants had a negative opinion of Harry, and 58% had a negative opinion of Meghan.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Devin Simone, you've done it again. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Follow The Wendy Show on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel also, okay? Tomorrow I'm doing an after show and we got more hot topics and more hot topics and more scandal and more trouble to get into. We like trouble. I love you for watching. Bye-bye. Never gets tired to me. Fergie makes it so good. I loved my dress so much today that I decided to keep it on for the after show, and Willie won't tell me who the designer is or how much or anything, and I forgot to look in the tag, but I do know that he said it's runway. That's all. And if you love feathers and you love like nice stretch and stuff, and then he paired it with Nikes that have every color of the dress in them. I felt really good, and Jasmine did a really good job, I thought, with the wig, and the makeup looks great. I just felt really good today. I felt good. I appreciate you if you watched the actual show, as opposed to just this after show. Oh. Do you know what April 10th is? I'm trying to stall from talking about this corny future story. Do you know what April 10th is, though? Really, I just found out myself. April 10th is Wendy Williams Day in South Africa. I am not lying. It was a big deal. Bernie and them got me on the Zoom, and I had a series of interviews, and I was informed at that time. And what happens is, like, for my Lifetime event, the event was released here in the US, and anybody who saw it in some of our other, 52 country friends, they only saw bits and pieces on the Googler, But April 10th, it's being released worldwide. But no. So the various journalists that I was talking to yesterday, they were like, no, you don't understand. We are closing down businesses. We are, we have to have a snack. We are, we don't want to talk during it. We want to watch. So shout out to my South African friends, and thank you so much for the honor. It's an honor. All right. My corned beef and cabbage is getting cold. Let me just get through this mess. Okay, so Future, who I like, thinks he could have been even bigger than Michael Jackson. What? See. Okay. A fan tweeted, if Hendrix would have come out in 1982, Michael Jackson would have never blew up. Future agreed. So it's not really Future starting it, but it's Future co-signing on it, as opposed to saying, calm down, respect your legacy of music. And these two men, Michael's music was totally different than Future's music. You know, and yeah, he was part of the Jackson 5 for a very, very long time. You know, he said, well, if his album Hendrix came out in 1982, that's when Thriller came out, I believe. Anyway, there's so much good music. Michael Jackson has 13 number ones on the Billboard charts. And, excuse me, and Future's got none. And then, and I don't want to get personal, but I will because it's just me and you. How do you compare a young man with 8 kids to, a man who's passed away with a whole messy legacy? Yeah. Thriller was the best album of all time. Thriller won 8 Grammys in one night. Hendrix is Future's 6th album, and he still has no Grammys, and he debuted at #1. Yeah, all right. Is that enough? That's it for one more Hot Topic After Show. You can follow me at Wendy Show on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll see some more Wendy exclusives. I love you for watching the After Show. I'm going to have lunch. See you next time.
How you doing, Wendy?
After Show. Okay, here with the Inside Scoop is our friend Rob Shooter, and we're talking about the Dancing with the Stars judges.
Yeah, it's really, really juicy. So, Lisa Vanderpump, who you know from the Beverly Hills Housewives, she's no longer on that show, but you can never count Lisa out. She's got a new show on E! It's called Overserved, and I wasn't into it at first until they released this clip. What the concept is Lisa's fancy and she has restaurants in a big posh house, so she invites her celebrity friends over for dinner and they serve the dish and they talk. So she had Lance Bass and Vivica A. Fox, who never ages. She looks in fantastic, and they started talking about their time on Dancing with the Stars, what it was like, and we have the clip.
Okay.
I made it to week 4 and I was a sore loser.
Who was your partner?
Nick Kosovich. And one of the main reasons why we got kicked off.
Why?
Because, you know, you got to play the game. My partner made too many requests.
Same. No.
We were in the same boat. My partner was new. She was the bad girl of ballroom. And the judges just hated her. And we felt it. But we make it to the finale, and then we go have drinks at one of the judges' houses, and they had a little too much to drink.
Ooh, a little liquid courage jumped in.
And one of those judges was like, you know we can't stand your partner. I'm like, well, why am I working my ass off this weekend?
Oh, so it's interesting. Normally you think you're judged as the star, but from this clip we're finding out that the professional dancers are the ones that are judged just as harshly.
I didn't feel that when I was there. You know, it was season 12, and they're going to the 30th season now, so it was years ago. But Tony plays the game so well. He was so loved by everybody around. If anything, they flipped on me. Like, she can't dance. She's always flying back to New York to do that stupid show. You know, and she comes here, and she stays in her trailer.
Did they think he was too good for you to be dancing?
Yes, I do believe so. Tony, I mean that in the best way, but yes, I do.
It's flattering to him, because he's a great dancer and plays the game really well. So what they're saying now on this clip is that this is not the first time this has happened. Just last season, Artem came under a lot of criticism. He was dancing with Caitlyn from the Bachelorette. And what was discovered, and we'd forgot about, is Carrie Ann Arbor dated Artem for 3 years. So she was judging somebody that she used to be intimate with, and she was pretty harsh on him. I think they got a point.
I like it. I mean, you know, and I know the new season's coming up, and I really don't want them to get new judges. Hopefully, you know, they'll just roll with the punches. The little guy at the end, what's his name?
Bruno.
Bruno, I didn't like when I was there because he was just so mean and so loud, and I was not a dancer, and the whole thing was just so intimidating being there, you know? Carrie Ann, I liked her until I realized she doesn't like me. Like, she was judging hard, only to find out afterwards she does like me. She's been here before and everything. It's just that she's got to focus on judging. And Len is just,
Classic.
an old classic man.
Yeah, old classic. He missed last season because of COVID, so he couldn't travel back and forth. They also added Derek Huff last year, so I think there's 4 judges.
Who I love.
He's adorable.
Oh, my gosh.
And so Derek Huff, too, is up there on the panel. But it is interesting. Can you ever be judged without any bias? And I think the answer probably is no. When humans are involved, we're all going to go into it with feelings.
We're all judgmental. Thank you, Rob Shooter. Follow The Wendy Show on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tomorrow, I got you covered with a special after show. I love you for watching today. See you next time.
How you doing, Wendy?
Hi. Welcome to the new after show. Okay, so this is one more hot topic. There's something I wanted to share with you. It's about Halle Berry and child support regarding her ex, Gabriel. Okay, so Halle was paying $16,000 a month, and it's been cut in half by the courts to $8,000 a month. Their daughter together is Nala. I remember when she was born. How time flies. So at 13 years old, do you remember what you wanted at 13? All kinds of stuff, and your mom and dad put you in your place. But when you're Halle Berry's daughter, everything you ask for is +1. You know, like, she doesn't want to have a vacation with just her and Gabriel if they go on vacation. She wants to bring like 4 of her friends, and they all have to fly first class. And they say that Halle makes more than $1.95 million a year. Well, they say if she makes that. If she makes more than $1.59 million a year, then she will have to give additional child support. So the $8,000 a month is not locked in stone. We looked her up on Celebrity Net Worth, and she's worth $90 million. Here's my thought, and they were never married, by the way. Here's my thought. Gabriel can still work. She met him as a model, right? And she, the big actress. But the modeling world for men is a lot different for women. You know, we expire, unfortunately, at like 28 in the modeling world. But men, they can model until they're, I mean, William Shatner turned 90 last week, and he still looks fantastic. I mean, you know, and you know, as women, there are very few Christy Brinkley's around and Imans around. However, you know, regarding this Gabriel, I hear from behind the scenes that they're getting along better now that she only has to pay $8,000 a month. And she did do a post though, and she said something about, you know, we don't need, look, there you go. Women don't owe you bloop. Here's the deal, girls. If we want to play in a man's world and we're calling for equal pay and equal this and equal that, trust me, I know firsthand, then we will have to pay alimony or child support or some of both or both of some. We don't get off scot-free because we're cute. We are women and we are bosses, and that's the way it is. But yeah, sorry. You know, because people look at me all the time like, I can't believe you. It's the way it goes. I knew it going in. I'm like, okay, let me make a plot. Let me plot. Let me figure this out. Anyway, on a good note with Halle, she's with this guy. His name is Van Hunt, and he's a Grammy Award-winning jazz musician. And they're age appropriate. I think he's 50 or 51, and she's 54. And they're using the L word. They love each other. And they I don't know whether they'll get married or whether they'll just live and love. But, you know, one thing's for sure, there are no kids involved, which makes things a lot less complicated. So I'm happy for Halle. Yeah. Thank you. And also, that's it for one more hot topic. Follow us, The Wendy Show. Follow on Facebook. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exclusive Wendy stuff. And see you tomorrow for more hot topics. I love you for watching The After Show. Bye. Welcome to the Wendy After Show. Here with the Inside Scoop is our friend Devin Simone. So let's talk William and Harry. I watched the whole funeral. I did take breaks in between, but I watched. And so, what did you think?
You know, it's sad that he's gone. He lived a full life, right, as you've said. But this was the first time that we saw the brothers back together on the same continent, let alone in the same room, which everyone was kind of watching to see how that would play out. Reportedly, a lot of the, aides were on eggshells because they were nervous because there's been this huge feud between...
What were they supposed to do, fist fight on the checkered lawn?
You know, I feel like because they're so prim and proper, it seemed like they didn't know what would happen given that Harry has broken sort of every royal protocol by doing that interview with Oprah, by giving up his titles, all of that. So I think that they were really nervous. And it seems like the two did finally speak. So it was very icy and frosty in the beginning. Allegedly, William...
I didn't see ice and frost.
Did you see
No,
warmth
I watched up close. I was watching CNN.
Allegedly, they're saying that William actually requested that their cousin, Prince Philip, stand in between them so that they didn't have to walk next to each other when they were walking.
That's fine.
In. Yeah, but at the end, we got to see them actually talk. Reportedly, Kate Middleton was sort of playing peacekeeper.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I think that was painted by the British tabloids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying. She was playing peacekeeper. She started engaging Harry in conversation when he was sort of the lone wolf. And then eventually we do see William and Harry speaking a little bit. Some famous lip readers interpreted that they were just saying that the funeral was lovely because apparently that's a skill people can have. And then reportedly...
I have that skill.
Lip reading?
Yeah.
That's how you get all the tea, Wendy.
The mask is messing me up, though.
There we go.
You know.
And now we know. That's how Wendy gets all the tea.
But did they spend any time afterwards alone? Like, did they go out for burgers or something, the boys?
So allegedly, it was probably more like beef Wellington than burgers. I don't know. But allegedly, they were in a room with their father, Prince Charles, for about 2 hours after the funeral. Now, supposedly the conversation wasn't all that productive, but it was a conversation nonetheless where they're actually talking. Because we know Meghan didn't go to the funeral because Meghan wasn't medically cleared to fly, right? She's very pregnant. Baby girl due sometime this summer.
Perfect time to be pregnant.
It is
so she doesn't have to be involved.
It was a perfect time to send a wreath and a handwritten card and opt out of that drama. Perfect time for that. So allegedly, they are at least speaking. And then reportedly, on Sunday, Prince Charles was going to take Harry for a walk as an opportunity for them to kind of speak. And then Harry's supposed to be flying back to America today.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we wish them well. We want to see a family together.
It's nice to see a family together, but I think that the 3 men are the start. I don't think that the 2 girls will ever get along, and I'm fine with that.
Right.
You know, I think that Meghan is upset that the new girl, what's her name?
Kate?
That Kate is upset that Meghan has taken her thunder.
Yeah.
And Meghan feels enormous pressure to maintain royal protocol.
Yeah. I think and it doesn't help that the tabloids pit them against instead of ever supporting them as 2 women. It seems like from the get-go they've been pitting them against one another, which certainly doesn't help.
Well,
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Devin Simone, everybody. Listen, follow The Wendy Show on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you tomorrow for another after show. Welcome to the new Wendy After Show. It's time for one more hot topic. We're talking about Kim Kardashian. Is she single? Everyone wants to date her. Page 6 has labeled her the most eligible billionaire bachelorette in the world. All right, so there are royals who want to date her, actors, athletes, other billionaires. People want to date her. They want to take her out. And I'm being asked, is it too soon? No. No, it's not too soon. But what she does have to do is, take care of her children and make sure that they understand mommy is about to start dating. She's got to draw a line between when she introduces her children to the new man and when she's only out having fun. The kids are now grown enough that, this one right here, she's, looking at mom's pictures on Instagram. And mom is, doing the most with that. There she is. These are recent pictures. So, in my opinion, what Kim's doing is probably taking resumes. She probably gets 1 million applications to be her next boyfriend every day. So, there are men lined up to date her. Is it too soon? No. Do I care? No. No, she'll be fine. And by the way, Kanye says he wants to date an artist, somebody he can create. I don't care about that either. This seems to be something you all care about, so I saved it for the after show. Kim wants someone who values privacy. All of a sudden. All of a sudden. On a side note, Courtney and Travis Barker apparently are still going strong. She recently celebrated her birthday. People say that he brings out the freaky side of her, whatever that means. He gave her this enormous, beautiful bouquet for her 42nd birthday. That really is pretty. Yeah, as long as you have somebody to clean it up afterwards, which she does. Imagine what the house smells like. In the meantime, they make a good couple for the time being. I'm not threatened by him taking Scott's position, though. And like, give 10 or 15 years, there they are again. All right, they're in their relationship. He got the tattoo, but he's got so many tattoos. He got a tattoo of her name. But it's so easy to make that tattoo disappear between all the other mess he's got going on. It's so stupid. I love you for watching the after show. Welcome to the after show. It's time for one more hot topic, as if you haven't heard enough today. Okay, so the Real Housewives Vacation series has started, and the shooting is in the Turks and the Caicos. We've already talked about this, this thing that they're planning. They're going to be there for 1 week. They call this the all-star cast. From Atlanta, it's Cynthia and Kenya, as you see. From Jersey, it's Melissa and Teresa. And then in New York, it's Luann and Ramona, and Kyle has nobody from Beverly Hills. What I was thinking is that these women, the Beverly Hills women, are probably so busy with other things that why would they go on this? Why wouldn't they just wait until the real season starts? I'm looking for Potomac. You know, I think Ashley Darby would be really good on this all-star reunion thing. You know, Ashley, whose husband doesn't let her go anywhere, so he'd be staying around the corner, and then they'd be fighting, and then these other girls would try to jump in and save Ashley, and then Ashley would end up fighting them, and I think she'd be good. Karen Huger would be good as well. And, you know, the rumor is that Ramona and Kenya are already fighting. They're arguing over who's gonna get the best room. Well, you know, Ramona does have a thing about rooms, but Kenya's got a thing about things. Ramona called Kenya a bitch. And then they all went out for dinner. It's hard to see the seats shuffling around, but they come in, and then Ramona came to sit right next to Kenya, and then Kenya just went to the other side of the table. I don't know whether you can really see this. There they are, see. I don't know. You know, I know Kenya's a tough girl, but you know what? I think Ramona could take her. Yeah. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because Kenya gets physical, and Kenya also, sometimes Kenya's too obvious with the things that she says. Ramona's got a slick mouth. And it'll take you your whole ride home to figure out, wait, what'd she tell me about myself? Yeah, she's got a slick mouth, and she also has no secrets. You know, we already know about her and Mario and the horrible affair, and, you know, we know about her daughter, and we know about, you know, her life here in New York. She's got no secrets. Kenya, I don't know that all of your secrets are out, but they have to do something to get us to watch this, so I guess go ahead, fight. By the way, you all look great in your bikini pictures. Wow. Kenya admitted to getting a breast reduction and lift. She says this is unfiltered. Cynthia took the picture. She looks beautiful. Then we go to some other bikini girls. Oh, we don't have any of the pictures? Why we only show Kenya? Yeah, show them all. They look great. Yeah, you all look great. Anyway, the Housewives spinoff will stream on Peacock, and that's it for One More Hot Topic. I love you for watching. Follow The Wendy Show on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exclusive Wendy stuff. See you tomorrow on The After Show. Bye-bye.